just lost the rear there. Yeah, pretty much on a downshift.
What happened to Alonso?
Looked like when he turned it in, he'd actually lost the rear. Again, he's just used too much road. He's really tried to square the corner off and use every... And that shows you in real time that you don't get a lot of...
Side and outside, and just behind that, there's the squeeze. Heidfeld, well, the system just didn't work. He got brave when it was him that started it off. So of the damage and getting away with it. He was the one who emerged from this carnage. Here we go again. This is where you're about to see Barrichello barge into the side of it now, and he's trying, and he's slightly out of control, and he's going to whack. I think there's actually an overtaking attempt in the end from Rubens. I think he just dropped the back end slightly, adjust his front wings anyway, I believe, on that car. Well, I don't think that was his fault.
Back into the pits.
I don't know if he had a right...
And here he is in the very first race, leading the way. There's Piquet.
He fell off by himself.
Let's see what happened with Glock.
Well, he sort of had a position, and instead of gaining, he lost because Raikkonen... There's going to be contact there, surely.
Oh, yes, there is. There goes Kubica, there goes Vettel. That's the last thing they needed. Oh, there's Vettel.
That's...
And it's Kubica gone as well.
Yeah, damaged right front. I don't think he's got a huge amount to be sorry for right there, frankly. I think, of course, he should have yielded there, and Kubica should have given him more space. That's a 50-50.
Third place, Jarno Trulli. Fourth, there's Kubica. Oof.
Yeah, he actually just understeered into the wall because his front wing was damaged. That was just clumsiness, really, and just, you know, he had to give it a try to maintain position. It was nothing. Swapper on. It is indeed. There's enough space on the outside. He kept it. Here's Glock, and clearly Heidfeld had no... Between Kovalainen and the BMW, them in sympathy. Here we go. That's all getting a bit tight between the two Ferraris. There's the contact. Just the big squeeze on there. Way back. There's Heidfeld.
As we look further down the order, Robert Kubica spin
11, and Massa. Massa should.
But a great start from Rubens. All sorts of problems there.
So it had gone wide actually on the exit of one and came back. It was having an angle at the top of your screen and just wanders back onto the racing line wide on the outside, and he'll spear back into the racing line. And there is a lot of energy going. Back foot, there's the Toyota pluming dust onto the racetrack. Look, now he's lost it on the way in. How unusual is that? And what is that all about? That's sort of no...
Badly. Please stay with it. Please turn it off. Please turn everything off.
Stops on the circuit during the qualifying session, which managed that, most certainly.
Past the pit lane entry.
Oh, he's going in the barrier with that, with the clutch in. It keeps the engine going for you. He got learned in too high. He was off the line altogether. He'll roll back and look. I think he tapped the a little bit because he's just gone too high into the straight into the barriers. So it's Buemi's error. Stayed in front of the front. There he goes. He understeered into the apex. It was a little bit, that was the V that was, if he hadn't have got past soon, his afternoon's over anyway, frankly.
Barrichello in Turkey as he battles with Adrian Sutil and does some damage to the front wing.
Time.
There's the accident.
Oh, look, problem with the car. There's a problem with...
Bode into the back of Compilation.
Yeah. And I think that he's gone defensive and then tries to block him on the other side and then comes back. Under braking, he dipped a wheel on the grass. That was his fault, that one. There, look. And... told us on the grid's worth about 14 metres in distance. Oh, he spun it. Alonso has
the drive-through penalty. It was quite aggressive a mark, but you know.
Play Adrian Sutil has just left pit lane after wing for Sutil. What a shame.
Yeah, he just gets there and they all run out.
Very weird.
17, so does that mean that the wheel and the debris is...
Wow.
Ja.
Oh! Überrascht vom langsam fahrenden Auto.
Ja, Wahnsinn. Der hebt ja ab, der Heidfeld. In der offiziellen Statistik.
Oh.
Hamilton.
Da habe ich gedacht, jetzt trifft er die Mauer. Das
for Button.
He's now got to pick up the...
Duell gegen Vettel, den überholte er in La Source oben, fuhr ihm fast in...
Australia, and that seemed to just push him even further faster.
We see there's where Kubica's...
Elsewhere.
So that's what's confusing me slightly, is it?
Ui ja, da hat er hinten angeschlagen. Und weißt du was? Es
Sein.
Ja, es ist die Piquet-Kurve. Also ich müsste mich jetzt schwer täuschen.
Just too much aquaplaning, and then the team managers were relaying that back to race control.
And it's surprising that more haven't gone out. Fisichella, winner, of course, of that chaotic race in 2000.
Yeah, he dropped it in the early part of the braking zone.
Nakajima running off as well, just coming up the hill.
Steering all over the place.
Oh, there's problems there as well. That's Sutil, and there's a Toyota there. Was that Jarno Trulli? It is.
This is going to be a chop, I think, from Webber. Webber's moved over, and for something rather more severe than that, I have to say. There's what's going on at the back. As the Red Bull there just clipping the back.
There we are.
Well, I don't know which bit of that he's going to say you didn't leave me any space, but I think he was busy trying not to run into the...
To go.
This is from on board. Oh, and Alonso. Oh, we got the fuel hose on. Kovalainen's car. And
fuel spraying all over and all over.
Fuel on fire. There it goes. Yeah, it goes from behind him and all over. There's a Toyota coming out of the pits then. Kobayashi. So the two Japanese got together. Kobayashi weaves on him. He does indeed. Naughty.
Elected him coming through on one of two cars. There may be a
Turn 8 and 9, contact. I think Massa just took his eye off the ball there. Massa, I think, was slightly distracted by the...
Yeah.
But he's already in trouble before the...
The pit lane is not open until the safety car tells it it's open.
Up is turn 3.
coming down to turn 14.
Right.
They come together, yes they have, but Webber's carried on.
Run into by Bruno Senna, who obviously was...
There was that, oof.
That's why Michael was already in... Right, so, okay, the damp turn 4, and a reasonable... And El Desrari just got in too deep. That's virtually a... Needs to be very careful of his front wing, he's up in the air. And is he missing?
That must mean that they know that they have the inherent...
Yeah, when the deal... Oh, look at Michael Schumacher, he's blocked his brake.
Carter Cahan locks the left front and...
Stevenson hier verliest hij hem. Bam, bam.